The plant-based medicine gave me a release of not being so stuck on wanting to know.
What got you into this? Was this something where you were searching and felt
I
stuck?
was. I feel it's our responsibility as adults, regardless of what we've gone through in life. We've all had traumas, small or large, but it is our responsibility. There's so many adults that walk around and go, well, because this happened when I was younger, that's the way I am today. That's bullshit. I
It's
mean,
lazy.
yeah, it's lazy. Well, self work is hard. I mean,
You think?
it literally kicks your ass and makes you feel worse before you feel better. And I've done all type of counseling. I've been big on like I want to be the best me. I want to be better than what I came from. I want to. I mean, like there's no excuses. I have to figure a way out to be the best that I can be. Like that's just been my mental mindset. I don't even know where it came. I know where it came from. If it came from seeing what I didn't want to be. You know, a lot of people use it as I'm this way because I literally use everything that I saw as a, I do not want to be this way and I'm not going to be this way. What do I need to do to overcome it? And so I'd been to counseling, I'd been hypnotized, I'd church counseling, personal counseling, everything to try to dig as deep as I could to really know myself, because until you know yourself and can be honest about it, you can't heal. And I couldn't get to those depths. I think I told you that from 13, from the age 13 and before, I can't remember. There are some occasions that I can remember, but they're traumatic. But I can't remember, like I can't remember a school teacher. I can't remember a friend. I can't remember a birthday party, a Christmas. Like there's nothing that I remember before the age of 13.
Is this because home life was traumatic?
Yeah, home life, heroin addict parents. I met my father for the first time whenever I was 35. We knew each other for a year before he actually overdosed. And then that was it on that. Mother and I've reconnected, built our relationship, and that's a work in progress. You know, it's just kind of, it's a odd thing, but I respect her, I love her. But it's just a different, it's a different relationship. And I've just had to, that missing part of my life bothered me because I felt like I wasn't whole. I felt like I wasn't fulfilled. Because if you don't know something about yourself, you know, we're taught to, you got to dig deep and figure it all out in order to move forward. But it just like that block still hasn't came there. That's why I'm looking into other measures.
Yeah.
So Aya did give me a release of, the plant-based medicine gave me a release of not being so stuck on wanting to know. Because my journey when I went to Aya wasn't so much of, I didn't have visions. I didn't see anything. I literally went there every time and went into, I've been 4 times, 4 weekends, and every time I go into deep, deep, deep sleep. So I can't even stay awake. Everybody else is vomiting, purging, dancing, laughing, doing whatever, and I literally just go into deep sleeps. And I can remember the very first weekend that I went, first night I went into deep, deep sleeps. I took 5 doses, went into deep sleeps, and I was like, okay, I didn't do anything. And they're like, sleeping is a way of purging. I'm like, okay, you know. Second night, same thing. I kept going into deep sleep. And by that time I was pissed. Like I was like, this is working on it. I'm not even gonna say pissed. I felt rejected again. I was like, I still can't figure out this answer. And it wasn't until that next morning, after I journeyed that second night, I sat with my almond and we were setting like Indian style. Our knees were touching, and I was getting ready to do combo where they burn the skin and put the frog medicine in. It's a different type of purging. And she looked me in my eyes and like tears started coming down her eyes, and she said, Courtney, and mind you, I hadn't shared this with anybody. And she said, what you're searching for, it's too dark and it's too deep for you to relive again. You have to let it go. And so that, it gave me that release. So because maybe it is too deep and too dark, I mean, I've already survived it.
Yeah.
But that gave me a release to not be so hard on myself, because I just figure like, I got to know the answers. I have to be my best. I'm so stuck on being my best. And how am I going to be fulfilled? How am I going to be whole if I don't know these answers? And plus it bothers me, and to an extent, like when you sit and talk to people that are, do you remember in second grade, I'm sitting there going, do you remember a childhood birthday party? No. Do you remember a Christmas? No.
Wow, that is
interesting.
That is like hardcore.
Yeah. So, but it released me, and I released me of that. I still had that curiosity, but it also has allowed me to, we get so anxious, or we get like stuck on the past. In these moments, I've been stuck on the past, wanting to know the past, all the details. And I've always been really, I'm energetic and anxious. And I've always been anxious about the future. Like, I got to prepare if I don't. And some of that could be from childhood trauma. Like, I have to do this, or otherwise I'm going to fail. I'm just so overboard with all that. So it's allowed me to I tell myself every day, like, be here now, be here now, be. So anytime I feel that anxiousness coming on, and it's almost, you spoke about it, like you said, you felt like you were overwatching things.
Yeah.
There are moments now when I feel like I'm in a third person.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I see myself getting anxious, or if I see myself going backwards, I can recognize it, which is hard for people to do. And once I recognize it in that moment, it's like I'm in a third when I recognize it, which I've never done that
like
before.
You're outside of your body, looking down.
To an extent.
Yeah.
And that's what allows me to recognize it. But before, when you're so caught in the moment, you just get overwhelmed with anxiety, or you're thinking about the past and you get emotional about it, or that kind of thing. But it's allowed me to more so in a third person of myself. I know it sounds different. Not weird, but different.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for checking out my videos here on the Jess Marshall YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe for sure. Hit that bell. Press that button to watch the next video. If you got a question you have about any of the topics I bring up in the videos, drop a question below, and we'll be sure to get an answer back to you ASAP. See you on the next one.